Hi Lucas, it's Fancy, and I'm looking at your two different designs, and you said you were working on more contrast because the other has points of emphasis um, that you may have felt weren't well defined yet. So it looks like you've tried to kind of frame them in some single visual pathways that are gradating. Um, I think the placement of the points of emphasis isn't well balanced yet. So you have one that's starting here and one that's starting here and one that's here. Um, and then you might have some dark ones here and here, but the rest of the area is pretty ill-defined. So you might start by kind of rearranging it so that your light points of emphasis, which usually they're more noticeable than the darker points of emphasis, I think, because light values advance and dark values seem to recede. So now it seems to be quite top heavy with these two uh, light areas or points of emphasis. So you might want to reposition them, and you might want to add, they're relatively small, so you might want to make them larger. Oops. Or if you keep them this size, maybe you rearrange them and add maybe two more. So we're thinking about 3 and 5 and 7, so odd numbers. I think 7 would be too many, but maybe 5 would fit the scale, the small scale, well. Or again, use 3 and make one at least larger, and maybe keep one at the size it is. Think about that as well. So before you put in these visual pathways, I would really work out your areas of light and dark, your areas where you want points of emphasis, and work out the gradations with them. And then maybe in addition to that, you kind of help the eye connect the points of emphasis through these gradations or these single visual pathways that gradate within. But I think, overall the gradations are working. This one is a little bit, there's that transition from here to here is a little bit choppy, but this is a beautiful gradation here, and this is gradating well. Also, you need to decide what form these points of emphasis are taking. This one kind of takes on this plus shape. This one kind of takes on a rectilinear shape because it's framed by these two pathways. And this one has more of just kind of a seamless gradation that's starting to form. So that needs to be consistent. And then I'm still seeing this, I'm just going to call it a double visual pathway because of the way that you've treated this square module within it. It's all the same. You have the light. I mean, it looks like you cut and pasted it and it's just repeated. And so I see it here. You don't see that elsewhere. All right, I hope that helps, and I hope you can get something else posted before 8 o'clock.